he might be pushed, quite literally, every step of the way. Don't take your eyes off this final for a second, the 3,000 steeplechase. I have never heard noise like it on the last 500 metres of the men's 10,000 final. This is a crowd that absolutely loves its distance running, and they will be enthralled here, not specifically about Hillary Moore, but because they know, Dale Devers, in this race, we are watching the best of the best of the best. The reigning Olympic champion, the former Olympic champion, the man who's finished second on both occasions. Cameraman stuck out on the track there, now just getting out of the way. That's why the field split, but he now moves back on the inside, and he won't be making that mistake when they come round at the next time of asking.
No, Burma has the 2 silver, so I think that's his motivation to say, I got to get up there because the last 500 meters I've got to be in contention. And then Wale has that flat speed, so we'll see what happens coming around.
It's
I like
very,
Jaeger up there.
Yeah, that is really good to see him back from injury. And he said making the US team meant more to him than the Olympic silver, because he never thought he'd get back to that level. Martos is leading. It's very tactical in the early stages of this steeplechase. We will come back to this soon, but we've got to get back to the field temporarily. Martos leading, Jaeger second, Kipruto third. Barshim going for 2:35. Oh, so good. It is going to take something phenomenal to stop him securing a hat-trick of high jump titles. First time clearances at 24, 27, 30, 33 and 35. He's miles in front at the moment, the first man over. This is what I love about athletic scale. We have to keep dipping in and out here and there. Everywhere you look, we are watching the very, very best in the world at the peak of their powers. Now this race is beginning to play into the hands of Sufyan El-Baqali. The tall figure from Morocco is the Olympic champion, and he has run an eye-watering 3:31 for the 1,500 metres. You can pour it on from the start and he'll live with the pace. You can go slow and he will be the one to wind it up over the last 2 laps. Everyone who's anyone is right there tracking Martos, as Wale just runs wide on the outside, not to take the lead, but just so that he got a clean look at the water jump.
You wonder if somebody's going to actually say, okay, I'm going to open it up, or are they going to wait to the finish? But like you said, no matter where they are in the race, Baqali figures out, I know how to get this done.
2:57 for that first kilometre. By their standards, this is slow. Somebody needs to grab this race by the scruff of the neck. Gurma leads. He has been so close to tasting glory on so many occasions, but now Conceslas Kipruto comes to the front. This is a guy who's won it all, a world youth champion, a world junior champion. He's the reigning world champion and won the first of his 2 world titles in London 5 years ago. Car crash at the end of 2018. He's had all sorts going on in his life off the track, but he looks like he's approaching his best form, tucked in on the inside. He looked really comfortable. He was exchanging words in Swahili with Hillary Moore at the end of the semi-finals, or heats, or whatever you want to call them, and they're talking to each other again now on the inside behind Lamich and Gurma. And still no move from Sufyan El-Baqali, who is buried in the middle of the pack, as Bellardi of France now comes up to try and turn this into a bit of an honest pace. And Conceslas Kipruto has gone to the front, but he hasn't gone to the front to turn it on. He's just making sure he gets a clean look at the barrier. And the longer it stays like this, the likelier it is that we're going to see a massive burn-up from El-Baqali, who is just in the middle of the pack to the left of Evan Jaeger.
It's very tight. That last 500 meters when we get there is going to be something epic. The Kipruto is still in the front. Kirma's coming back. Wale's deciding that he's going to take it. Kipruto's in the front so he can stay clear of the water jump. Exchanging a bit of words with Boer. And here comes Martos on the outside. They're pushing and shoving, a little bit of elbowing.
Coming round now with 3 laps to go. Woo. Second attempt, 2:35. Barshim's got clean at the first time of asking. Oh, wow. What a final in prospect. What a climax we're going to have. He's still dancing. Now we're back with the steeplechase. 2.5 laps to go. Martos hitting the front. Little tap in the back there from Bellardi. This is always the danger when it gets tight towards the end. We don't want to see any fallers here. What an end to this race in prospect. Does it begin to play into the hands of Sufyan El-Baqali? I think it does, but who else can launch a mammoth sprint here? Is anyone going to go with half a mile remaining? I promise you we're in for an epic climax here. Nobody's been prepared to commit just yet. When will the big move come? is, almost running wide into lane 3. Now he needs to get slightly closer to the front because, there's a faller there. That's always going to happen when it's so tight. El Baqali needs to pay close attention here because if somebody suddenly bursts, they get the edge. If you go first and get 5 metres and then you both run at exactly the same speed to the end, that early acceleration can make the difference. And it was Beck, the World Junior silver medalist, who fell. Such a shame for him. Wale has a little bit of cross and Haile Selassie is there.
Kipruto and Bora keep nudging at each other.
Haile Selassie leading. Now Sufyan El Baqali coming up towards the shoulder of Concessless Kipruto, who is the reigning champion. They take the bell in the final of the men's 3,000 metre steeplechase. It's been ever so cagey all the way through. Wale and Amare, no move yet from Germa. The two outstanding performers this season have a little bit to do. What a story this will be for Haile Selassie. He was 5th in Tokyo. Amare trying to come through on the inside and he manages it somehow. Wale leads. Concessless Kipruto coming up on the outside. And another faller.
It was Mari that fell.
Germa coming up onto El Baqali's shoulder. But El Baqali floats across the front. Now comes the acceleration. Kipruto is the defending champion. Germa, silver in Doha. Silver in Tokyo. Can he somehow wrestle the gold away from Baqali? No, he can't. El Baqali becomes the first non-Kenyan to hold the world title as well as the Olympic title. And the silver goes to Germa once again. And Concessless Kipruto makes it yet another medal. Coming back to form, he's on the podium with the bronze, but that race played into the hands of the Moroccan. The longer they left it, the better his chances of burning them up, and he did so. And in the end, he had room to spare. What a victory! And what a performance from Sufyan El Baqali. The winning habit from Tokyo has followed him here to Eugene.
There's another dancer for you.
How do you beat a man who can run 3:31 for 1,500 metres with a beautiful hurdling technique? And we had 2 fallers in that race. It was bound to happen because it was so slow and bunched. Sufyan El Baqali will embark on a lap of honour. What's he doing now? Here we go. Okay, flag over the legs. Okay, yeah, right, yeah, I like that. Yeah, playing the air guitar. When you're the champion, you can do